Being an entrepreneur and running your own business, it comes with so many unexpected challenges that you never even thought of when you first started out. I know I've experienced it myself. After running a business for over 14 years, I am still working through these unexpected challenges. And I've come to realize that it'll never end. One of the best ways to get through these hurdles is to hire a business coach. But when is a good time to do that? Who should you hire? What type of coach? In this video, I am going to share my experience and give you the top things to consider when hiring a business coach. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Liquid Digital Marketing Podcast. Today, we are talking about the top things to consider when hiring a business coach. I'm going to share my story and hopefully that helps you make the right decision on when and if you should hire a business coach. But before we get into my story, let's kind of talk about different things when it comes to coaches. Different types, different formats. Okay, so there are different coaching formats to consider, right? You have your one-on-one coaching. You have group coaching, where you're obviously in a group of people getting mentored or coached by one person. You have just mentors, right? So just having a mentor, maybe they're not a coach, maybe they're just someone in your space. Then there are self-paced courses, right? Kind of like the coach yourself, like do it yourself, learn on your own, right? Okay. So keep in mind, there are these different formats that you can choose from and which one is going to be best for you. Now, obviously, the more one-on-one you get is the more touch that you're going to have, the more connection, the more information, the more dialed in and structured to you versus the group type of coaching. So I would recommend going more in the one-on-one coaching if you can. Now, there's different types of coaches, right? So when it comes to who to choose, you have, just general business coaches. You have coaches that just coach in certain niches or niches. You have financial coaches, you have marketing coaches, you have mindset coaches, you have leadership coaches, you have life coaches, you have parenting coaches. There's coaches for everything. So how do you choose the right one? Which we will get into. Okay, let's jump into my story and how coaching has played a role in that. So 8 to 10 years ago, so we're 14 years old, over 14 years old, depending on when you're listening to this. Actually soon to be 15. So anyway, about 8 to 10 years into growing the business, Liquid Digital, we just weren't where we wanted to be, right? We're still small. We grew organically, and that's great. Love that. It worked well, but we just weren't where we wanted to be, and we weren't quite sure why we weren't where we wanted to be. Then a coach was recommended to me, and they had great success with her, and I was like, well, let me give it a shot. What's going to hurt, right? So I invested into myself and got a coach. Now, the coach I had, or have, basically is more of a leader mindset coach. So in working with her, we had 4 months. We met about every 2 weeks. I quickly realized that I was the problem. I was the one in my own way. I was actually the one holding the company back. It really came down to me. It was mindset things. It was limiting beliefs. It was what I thought should be and what really was, and changing that and getting an outside perspective. Business things, like if you're going to grow, like hiring a team. It was leadership stuff. God, what else was there? I'm really ripping myself apart here, aren't I? Fact is we were doing good. Things were good. There were things holding us back, and we weren't sure what they were. So once I realized that I was a problem, I was able to quickly get over and through these things and move on and really within a short period of time, we're talking like 4 months over like 8 to 10 years, transformed our business. Why? The only regret I have is not doing it sooner. Why would I wait so long to invest into myself and the business? Like, that's the biggest regret I have. So the point is I couldn't do it alone. Like, I was trying. We're all trying. We need that help. We need the outside perspective. I use this analogy. It's kind of like, as business owners, entrepreneurs, a lot of times we're like inside the jar trying to read the instructions, read the ingredients from inside, right? We can give advice, great advice all day long, but to take our own advice and to grow our own business is hard. And the reason why is because we're inside of it. We have our own preconceived ideas and notions of what should happen or how things should be. And it's that outsider's perspective that really helps change our mindset and our view of things. So I couldn't do it alone. I know for a fact it's, completely changed how our business runs. So now it comes down to, for you, when should you hire a coach? For me, it should have been way earlier. I should not have waited to year 8, 10, whatever year it was, to hire our coach. My God, I should have done that like way earlier. However, I do feel like you need to get some time under your belt, right? You need to have some fails. You need to have some time period to discover where you need that assistance. Like, what are you good at? Like, maybe your mindset is dialed in. Maybe the last thing you need is mindset shifting or anything to do with mindset. Maybe your problem is financial. Maybe you desperately need someone financially to come in and take a look at what the hell you're doing, right? Like, it's different for everybody because we're all different. It's not, when a coach comes in to coach you in your business, a lot of times it's not them like coaching your business. It's them coaching you. It's you. So, and we're all different. So you need some time under your belt to discover what works for you, what doesn't work for you, to, get through your ego and to see what you're good at, what you're not good at, and where you need to improve. And so I think hiring a business coach too early can be a waste a little bit, right? I think you definitely need to get that time under your belt. Also, if you're coming into it with fails, if you're coming into it with struggles, if you're coming into it with a little bit of desperation, you're going to value it so much more than if you come into it with expectation, right? So I would definitely give yourself some time to discover who you are and what type of coach you need. So for me, my coaches that I've hired and what I recommend is a mindset coach that's going to focus on your mindset, like how you perceive things, your limiting beliefs, how you handle the certain situations, right? Your mindset. Because the next person I would recommend is hiring a business coach, one that's going to look at your business and say, you know what, your price point should be maybe here. Your website messaging should be changed to this. Now that might be someone like in your niche, right? So someone that has had success and is offering coaching in whatever industry you're in to help you grow. There is that person out there. Maybe it is just a marketing coach. I don't know, but more on the business side of things, like how your business functions and operates and who you should hire. And then on the other one, having a mindset coach. And then one of the two need to be able to help you with leadership stuff, right? So whether that's the mindset coach or the business coach, if you are a business owner, you are going to be a leader, and the success of your business is going to be dependent on your team, and you are the one that's going to drive that success. So the 3 elements: mindset, leadership, and business. I know that's a weird category because there's so many things in business, but That's what I would hire when it comes to business coaching. Now, you might need something different, right? I mean, depending on where you're at and who you are. But for me, and I would say I think majority of the people kind of fall in line with that, is having a mindset coach and having a business coach. I would start with the mindset coach, because if you have a business coach first, but you don't have the right mindset to implement it, then you're gonna struggle, right? You're gonna still continue to self-sabotage yourself and your business and your team. So get the mindset dialed in, and then start focusing on the business, and do it at the same time if you need to. That's great. Okay, so that is my story. That's my recommendation on what you should consider when hiring a business coach. This is maybe a little bit different of a topic than we normally talk about, but it's something I've experienced. Look, we're talking to business owners, we're talking to entrepreneurs, and I feel like this is an important topic. So I hope you found this valuable. If you did, let us know. Leave us a review. Share this with someone you think might benefit from it. And we'll see you in the next episode.